So this episode of Attack on Titan, I feel like we got a lot of answers, but I didn't think we were hoping for, at least when it comes to why and how Ryan and Behold that ends up becoming the Armored and Colossal Titan. Maybe we did it right in front of us, but we just needed more clarification, I guess. In terms of previous episodes, not a lot of action, but that's what this episode really wasn't about. It's more or less about the progression to the mission of Ryan and Behold, why Eren and Ymir are so important to their mission, whatever the mission is. And I think we get the kind of more or less an explanation of it's the Beast Titan that's giving out the orders. Ymir kind of puts two and two together. Eren, by the end of the episode, is asking questions about what are you talking about there. Ymir really doesn't specify the Beast Titan. I think that's for plot purposes more than anything else. We see Owen leave one group. We see another group with Hans, Mikasa, and Armin. See another group with Sasha, Connie, and Krista. Three different groups leading the way. By the end of the episode, they're pretty much catching up because Behold and Ryan see the flares, so they know they need to wrap this up and get shit done. But the problem is they need to wait till nightfall because they're surrounded by a load of Titans and not really doing a whole lot. Some of them are like just staring, and others are just lounging around, not doing anything. So it's like they're really acting out of character. So it's like they need to wait till nightfall. It's kind of odd. They obviously need Eren and Rice. They could just leave right now because it's obvious they have the ODM gear. It's like they need Ymir and Krista. I don't know why Ymir is so important to him because they kind of try to bargain with Ymir and say, listen, if you come with us, we can't guarantee your safety, okay? Because we don't know our weights. Because they kind of say, oh, there's no future for humanity. So I'm wondering what the hell are they talking about? It's like, is that why they decided to become Titans? Because they knew it was a no-win situation. Kind of obvious the Beast Titans are the one giving the orders out because it's justified. And I said this in a previous review. Who else could be give the Titans the orders? He's the only Titan we've seen that's intelligent and can talk. Ymir can talk as well, but I'm pretty sure Ymir's got her own thing going on here. She's the exception to the rule. Number two, because I said this in my review as well, it's like previous review, it's like her appearance compared to the other Titans we've seen, at least when it comes to Ryan and Behold, is a lot different, a lot smaller, so I'm thinking it's a different case altogether. I think when she goes along with them, we're going to find that out too. We may even get to find out next week because, judging from the preview, we got somewhat of a flashback. Shout out to Hanji at the start of the episode for wanting to put in work. She wants to actually go and she says, "Get me a horse," because she wants to go and interrogate the one remaining Titan in the South Village that can't move. I'm assuming that's the Titan that's stuck in Connie's household. She's told you can't really go because you're not in any condition to ride a horse. So somebody else goes in her place. I hope we get some progression on that. Mikasa tries to go off on her own because she breaks formation because she's thinking about Eren constantly. And Hans is like, listen, chill, cool your jets because you need to keep your eyes on the prize here. We're going to rescue Eren, no doubt about it. But it's like you can't go off on your own. So it's like I feel by the end of season 2, we need to see Levi putting work or something because it's the only thing that's missing from this group at this point. So all in all, this was about the back and forth with Eren and Reiner, and it starts off really very, very weird because it starts off. We come to find out, obviously, Eren and Ymir can't do anything because they're still growing back their arms and legs. Ymir almost has a leg back. Eren's trying to wait for his arms to go back. He says, "Oh, I lost, didn't I?" And then he immediately thinks about what happened. He says, "I'm going to go back into tank bomb." Reiner says, "That's not going to work, kid. You're maxed out. I'm sure Reiner can't go into tank mode as well. Otherwise, he would have done it." So we're stuck here until nightfall because we can't do anything with these Titans around. And Eren soon is quick to realize if he tries anything, he's going to get eaten by the Titans that below him. So it's like, yeah. And Behold has the ODM gear because once nightfall hits, they can get the hell out of Dodge and take Eren and Ymir with them to an emotional breakdown because he's still thinking. He's talking to Behold about, listen, now we completed our mission. We're gonna be promoted, right? We did our job. Still thinking he's a soldier in all of this, and he's like, I guess it's like his time in the cadet corps or something that's kind of like split his heart in a way because it made him forget about what his true mission was and what he was entirely. So it's like that makes a lot of sense, but it doesn't explain why. I guess maybe it was there right in front of us, but it's like we needed a more clarification in my estimation. And Behold's the one that kind of brings him to a senses. Listen, we're not soldiers here, we're warriors. And it kind of triggers him back to what them going into the Titans, because he's talking about Ymir about the whole situation with the cannon saving his life, Krista helping him out. All these things that happened back at the tower, castle tower and all. He's doing it out of false habit because he's talking about, oh, I kind of like Krista in a way, right in front of Ymir, so that's bad. But then Eren's the one that kind of stops and listen, what the hell are you talking about? It's like, you're not soldiers, you're not warriors, you're pretty much murderers at this point. Because whatever your reasons are, you're the ones that busted through the wall and ended up crushing my house, but ended up crushing my mother, preventing my mother from escaping, Eren's mom from being eaten from the Titans. We know how that worked out. But it's like, at this point, you can totally 100% sympathize with Eren, even though he's lashing out like a child. You can understand where he's coming from because, one, he trusted these guys, and he even said to Behold, listen, you damn lackey, I even told you this. I told you about my backstory. You listened to me. You listened to all this. And it's like, even though you were tanked the whole time, and Behold kind of gives the dick for him to say, he said, oh, I felt sorry for your backstory. I'm like, really? Now of all times you feel sorry for it? It's like, that's too late for that now. Side as an Avenger, because he's like, I'm going to kill you guys once this is all said and done. So you realize you're going to have to pay for all this shit. And even Ryan is like saying, oh, realize what we've done? How many people we killed? It's like, if you want to lash out of anger, do it, because if it makes you feel better, do it. But you can totally sympathize with Eren all you want, because obviously their backs against the wall, literally against the tree at this point, because they can't do a whole lot with the Titans below them and the Titans in front of them. So it's like, I guess it's going to be down to Ymir's move, what she's going to do, because that's going to be the wild card. Because Rhino's kind of like bargaining with Ymir. So listen, if you come with us willingly, again, we can't guarantee your safety, but we can ensure that Krista will be safe. And I'm kind of curious as to why it's important for them to protect Krista, other than she has a shit ton of information when it comes to the walls. Other than that, I can't figure out what else it would be, because what's in it for them to protect Krista? Their ultimate goal is to get back to the village. That's obvious. Their own village. When Ryan is thinking about his time as being a soldier, he's thinking about the time that Marco was being killed. We do get to see Annie tearing up as well. Remember that scene? I'm like, why was he thinking about that? Of all things, why was he thinking about that when he was a Titan the entire time? So it's like, yeah. So was that in there for some reason or not? But then we come to get to the build-up. Obviously, it was a setup for what's about to come next. Judging from the preview, it looks like Ymir's going to make a choice, and we're going to get a flashback. So that's kind of neat. We maybe get to find out how she became a Titan again. Because the closer we are to finding out, maybe we're closer to finding out how Eren is able to become a Titan in the first place. Eren was kind of like questioning Ymir, why did you become a Titan in the first place? Like, whose side are you on? So I like how it planted those seeds there, because Ymir is definitely a different case. She kept that shit to herself. Krista is the only one that trusts her at this point. And it's obvious she's doing this for Krista and nobody else. But it's like, so Ymir's going to have to make a big decision. Is she going to stab it back on humanity like Ryan or Behold did? Or is she going to actually help Eren out and get the hell out of Dodge? But it looks like Ryan is going to restrain Eren, so I don't know how good that's going to work out. But obviously, with the scouts coming in, closing in, obviously there's not a lot of time before the nightfall hits. So they got to wrap up their business pronto. So I can't wait to see what happens next. Obviously, it was a setup for what happens next. I think after season 2, we only got 2 more episodes left. I'm definitely going to try and catch up with the manga. I know it may take us less time to wait for season 3, but I'm not waiting a whole year. I'm probably going to try and catch up with the manga once following the anime. So I can't wait for that. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Like, review if you did appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel for more Attack on Titan. Catch you guys later. Thanks, guys. Bye.